Welcome back into the show. I'm Rob Finnerty. House and Senate Democrats proposed bills that would increase the number of justices on the Supreme Court from 9 to 13. But House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says that she's not going to bring that to the floor for a vote, at least anytime soon. But she does support the president's commission for researching a possible proposal. That commission is not going to release findings for another 6 months, though. So this is way in advance. Joining us now for more on this, Louisiana Congressman and Vice Chairman of the House Republican Conference, Congressman Mike Johnson. Welcome back to the show. Nice to see you again.
Hey, Rob, good to see you.
Boy, oh boy, this is ridiculous. I'm going to play a soundbite, but I just want to get your general opinion on what happened yesterday in front of the Supreme Court. Jerry Nadler said that this was not packing the court. He said it was unpacking the court. Your reaction?
Yeah, I was waiting on a clip there. Yeah, it's crazy. Chairman Nadler is our House Judiciary Chairman. We found out the night before their press conferences this was going to happen. And he tried to dispel the rumor, but they went out on the steps and did it. And he said the court needs to evolve. Rob, the reason they think the court needs to evolve is because they're upset that President Trump got 3 appointments to the Supreme Court. He did an exceptional job. He chose great jurists, Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. And so they're concerned about that, and they want to pack it. The last time they tried this, of course, was the FDR. And even the supermajority of Democrats in the Congress at that time, the 75th Congress, roundly rejected that proposal. They thought it would be destructive to the institution of the courts, and we certainly agree with that.
Right. It's like they're crying over. They're unhappy with the way things are right now. They're unhappy with the 6-3 majority. Let me play you that soundbite from yesterday, and then we'll get some reaction. Take a listen.
Sure.
These 4 new seats to be filled by President Biden will reconstitute the United States Supreme Court. The bench will then rightly reflect the values of the majority of the American people on whose behalf they serve.
All right, so depending on which measure you use, the court's been altered 6 or 7 times in history, the last time 1869, and they've basically stopped it. Even Democrats were against it back in the 1930s when FDR tried to do it. It's because it's a clear power grab to gain the majority to align with whatever the popular ideology is at the time. That's what makes the Supreme Court supreme, though, right? Because it's above that popular ideology. Right now, it's wokeism. Tomorrow, who knows what it'll be.
That's exactly right. It's the independence of our judiciary that makes this system work. It's the separation of powers, the checks and balances. The court is not politicized. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to have equal justice under the law. Justice is blind, as we all know. But when you do this, you politicize it, and you turn the court into basically a super legislature, and that would destroy its independence and thus destroy its function in our society. Really, we've had 9 justices really since 1837, except for a few years during the Civil War. This is the number that works. And even liberal icons, Rob, have said this. Ruth Bader Ginsburg said it before she passed. 9 seems to work pretty well, she said. Justice Breyer, the liberal justice sitting on the court right now, gave a speech just last week at Harvard Law School and said that he would be opposed to court packing because he said the American people are losing their faith in our institutions. If we lose our faith in the court system, our judicial system, we lose something that makes America work, and that's a great concern to every one of us, and it should be.
Yeah, and by the way, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she was 87 years old when she passed away. She very easily could have stepped down, sometime in the middle of Barack Obama's 2nd term there, and guess what? They would have appointed a liberal justice to take her seat, but she didn't think there was any way that Donald Trump would win in 2016, and that's what got us Neil Gorsuch, Justice Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett in the fall. In the last 24 hours, the Democrats have tried to get rid of the filibuster. They've tried to make Puerto Rico a state, and as you know, they've tried to pack the court as well. We are less than 80 days into Joe Biden. What else do they have in store for us?
It's a scary thing. I mean, when they started this, Schumer told us, he said, buckle your seatbelts and get ready. They weren't kidding. Here's what the real situation on Capitol Hill is, Rob, is they know that their days are numbered with these majorities they have in the House and Senate. Nancy Pelosi's majority right now in the House is razor thin.
Right.
We just elected my dear friend Julia Letlow from Louisiana. She just took her oath this week. And so Nancy Pelosi can only afford to lose like 2 votes on these major issues that are coming before us. So they know that we are going to retake the majority in the midterm election in 2022. Historically, that'll be true with redistricting. The Republican Party is poised to take control again. And so they are going to jam everything through right now that they can. It's a big concern, but we're going to fight them tooth and nail.
Congressman, great to see you again. That is Congressman Mike Johnson of Louisiana. Appreciate the time. Come back and see us soon.
We will. Thanks, Rob.
All right, a lot more Wake Up America coming your way after the break. Stay with us.